Hey everyone! In this video I want to show you how to make the ever-trendy fault line cake. So let's get started here. I have my crumb-coated cake and I'm just going to use a butter knife to very roughly trace out some guidelines for myself of where I want the center fault line pattern to go. I am going to make this just a little bit taller than what I want the final cake to actually look like, because when I do the outer coating of icing, it's going to be kind of pushed down over the fault line. So I have a few different colors of frosting here. Picked out kind of like a summery color palette, peaches and yellows. And I'm just using a small spoon to swoosh those, I don't really have a better word for that, swoosh them onto the middle of the cake here. I thought this would be a nice textural contrast because I'm going to do the outer frosting is going to be really nice and smooth, but this is also really easy. I mean, you can't mess this up. It's literally just smearing frosting on the middle. Definitely try to go through and cover up any blank spots, and once you're done with this, you're actually going to want to pop it in the fridge and let it chill for 10 to 15 minutes so that this center pattern gets nice and firm. For the outer frosting here, I'm just going to put it on using a piping bag. I think this is a lot easier. You want this layer to be even, but you also want it to be pretty thick. It needs to be a hair thicker than the center so that when you smooth it out, you get that nice clean fault line effect where the center is kind of like in more, is smaller than the outside. So I'm just using an offset spatula to smooth everything out. You can see how the icing kind of got pushed down over the edge of my center pattern there. And then also, if you don't like the way that the fault line pattern is turning out, you can always go back in and just add a little bit more frosting and smooth it out again until you get it the way that you like it. And then after everything's smoothed out, I'm just going to go back around one more time with my tall cake scraper to get a nice even finish on the sides here, and then also smooth out my top. Alright, so you want to go ahead and chill the cake again before we put on our final details here. This is just plain white frosting, and I'm going to do some sort of textured smears on the blue frosting here. Kind of looks a little bit like clouds on a summer sky. Just going around, leaving a little bit of texture, but I also do want to smooth them out a little bit here. You can have fun with this part, really. You can't mess this up. It's the best part about doing these abstract patterns. There's really no right or wrong way to do it. And get everything smoothed out, and also get rid of that little top edge there. I do want that to be a nice clean edge. And final detail here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this star tip, this is a number 16, and pipe a little border along the inside of my fault line. So take your time with this. You definitely want, when you're piping a border like this, you want everything to be nice and even. Same size, same kind of height for each little dollop there. And also notice I'm piping on the inside of that blue frosting, like inside the edge, inside where the fault line is. You're following kind of like all the nooks and crannies. So you want to, with this border, you want to be highlighting the fault line. You don't want to be covering it up. So you can see here, inside the fault line, as opposed to piping it on the outer edge. I've also seen a lot of people just paint the edge with like something shiny like gold or a contrasting color, and that looks really nice too. And here's the final cake. Very summery, fun cake, very easy to do. Big reward for pretty simple techniques here. So thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please do subscribe. I'll leave a link in the description below for my Italian meringue buttercream recipe, which is what I use to frost this cake. And if you make any of my cakes, please, please, please post a picture and tag me on Instagram, because I love to see what you guys make. It's so fun to see how everybody takes these trends and uses their own imagination to make them their own. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next week.